How's it going, guys? Nice, beautiful day here down in Minnesota. Come on, goats! How's it going, guys? January 26th today. You're probably wondering, what in the world is he doing now? Well, we've had warm weather now literally for 5 days straight, maybe 6. It's raining. Literally go from one extreme to the next. Go from 30 below wind chill weather to 30 above normal temperature and raining. Pretty much this whole entire week. Been foggy, dreary, the whole 9 yards. So what we're doing now, the goats, of course, they're sick of hay. They want to go browsing. And where we left off when it started getting that cold weather, when they were bale grazing and eating unrolled hay in the back end of the farm here, there was stockpile left there that we didn't even use. So right now we're actually bringing them back there, and we're gonna give them grass to eat there. Come on, goats! We lost half of them. They're coming. Yeah, another thing we're hoping to do too when we get them out there is we're gonna try to let them in the woods and show them that there's buckthorn in there, because that's what they've been really hitting hard right now. They're sick of hay. They wanna do some browsing, and they wanna eat grass stockpile. That's kind of what they're after right now. Here's the guardians. How you doing, guys? Or at least that's only 4 of them. There's supposed to be 2 more. So we got Mia and Chubbs. I don't know where they're at, but probably with the rest of them that are coming. He's liking the weather. We got over a half-a-mile train of goats here. Maybe even 3/4 mile. Come on, goats! They're still coming over the hill back there. Come on, goats! Well, we're getting close. We're headed to that woods right up there. So just over the hill right here, there's leftover grass that we never even got to with the goats. I don't know. I think I'm actually going to try to lead them to the woods first, just to see what they do with that. And then we'll allow them to go to the stockpile maybe. Come on, goats! Got the perfect plan. Got the stockpile right here. And then we got a bale in the woods right there that rolled in from the summer on accident and didn't get it used up. So I'm gonna try to lift the wires up right there. They'll have the stockpile here, and then they can walk underneath the fence hopefully there, and then they'll be able to get to the buckthorn and everything else that's beyond the bale. Goats kind of think I'm nuts. Like, what are you doing here? You're leading me in the middle of nowhere. I need to get them on some stockpile right away so they start eating. The only trouble is it's pretty buried here. Come on, goats! Guess if we get them over to this chunk right here, then maybe they'll start eating, hopefully. Well, look who showed up. Hey, Mia. How are you? You doing good? Yeah. There's Chubbs. Come on, goats! Come on, goats! What in the world are they doing? Come on, goats! Come on, goats! That's where you guys were eating your bales. Needed you to come over here. Stockpile's pretty good. It's kind of buried. Hey, I'm trying to do a video here. A little bit buried, but still nice and green. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. Chow down. Yep, they found it. Come on, goats! Well, hopefully they'll work through a lot of this snow here, and it's showing, so that'll be enough to make them work at it, hopefully. Goats are kind of goofy like that, though. If they get in a new area for the first time like this in a while, if there's not enough to keep the whole herd content and eating, they'll actually turn around and head back the other direction. But with this many heads hitting the ground, the other ones will start working too. And then they can rest assured too, they got the dogs checking out the whole area and scoping it out, making sure it's all legit. That's what they're doing right now. Checking it out. Oh yeah, looks good. They're working it. So hopefully they spend the day back here and not up where the bales were. I think they will. Doesn't even pay to roll out bales when you can totally tell they're looking to eat like that. Because I was back there and I looked at what they had eaten yesterday from the 2 bales that I rolled out, and it's looks like they practically just ate what they wanted right away, and then they just crapped on the rest. But oh well, it's food for the soil too. Should grow good grass, but definitely would have liked them to eat it better than they did. And then now that it's crapped on and then getting all this rain, it's as good as worm food. So that's how that works. Come on, goats! Happy goats here. Goats aren't even all here yet. Come on, goats! Hopefully they come. There is a good few acres here though that they haven't touched yet, so it's good feed as long as they can dig it up. Some of it got eaten before, but not too much. So foggy and hazy out here. I'll sure wish I had my remote for the fencer that turned the fence off and opened this up, but might have to do it without that. Got my insulated pliers, but still carries a pretty big risk. Oh, they're coming. Oh, yeah, I know the hay bale's here. It's just a bunch of CRP hay is what it is. They're chewing on it. That one's eating the twigs that are right beside the bale. Yeah, that's just what they love to do. They like to browse. Come on, goats. Here comes some more that didn't even make it to the stockpile grass yet. Always trying to be obedient, aren't you? Here you go, puppy. Do good work. Yeah, what I'm gonna try to do now is just kind of walk down in the woods around the goats so they don't see me go home. I want them to stay out here, so if I can go home without them seeing me, that's a bonus. I did get the wires lifted up down there by that bale. Figured it'd be easier to get them to go down into the woods where the bale is, but if they don't, they could also come out over here too, onto this point, and then they can go through this gate opening. And then going out this point, there's lots and lots of buckthorn. So I know later on, oh, excuse me, I'm sneezing. I know later on when we need more hay out here, I'm actually gonna try to get it hauled out to here and feed out on this point and just let them walk all the way back to the water. Hoofta. And yeah, that way if we feed them out here, then the goats, they can go in this point back here and eat buckthorn while they're eating hay. So that'll be a pretty good strategy to get them to utilize some unwanted buckthorn anyways. Use it for goat feed. Hey, Pooch. Well, the goats look pretty content over there, eating their stockpile. So I'm gonna make my way on the bottom side of this hill right over here, and then I'll probably set a bale out where the bale pile is too. Just roll one into the pen so they can have access to it if they do go back that direction at least too. So how many of you guys out there leave reels sitting in the middle of nowhere like that and forget all about them? That's a big problem of mine, that's for sure. The goats make quite the path on the way out there, that's for sure. That's where they're at. Going to work. Unbelievable. What is this? Quite the weather for January, almost February. Squish, squish. Obviously the reason for this not going in or sinking in is because this is the main road that we drive out here on. So that just goes to show you, wherever you have compaction and all that, you're definitely not infiltrating there. But you go out here, and if I had a 3/8 rod, I could show you, I could definitely shove it in the ground right now again. Keeping the soil covered, keeping a living root, all plays a big role in keeping biology alive and thriving, even in the winter months. Building soil. Being adaptive. This is something you don't plan for, this is something you adapt for. It's not like I could, you know, start an enterprise with goats and say, yeah, I'm gonna graze during the growing season, and then once you hit January 26th, I'm gonna go out and graze more stockpile. That don't happen. You know, there's so many things that can happen for the good and so many things that can happen for the negative, and you just gotta roll with whatever gets thrown your way. And whenever you see an opportunity like the one we just saw today, you know, it's pretty good. That's almost a $200 bill that I'm putting in my pocket just because I'm letting them goats go graze stockpile versus feeding hay. So little things like that add up a lot at the end of the year if you really plan for it and think outside the box and try hard for it. So all right, we put a bale out just in case if they decided to come back, they'll have it. And you look at the hay that I fed yesterday, that windrow and this windrow, and it's just, there is a lot of hay here. And they're not going to use any of it. Maybe some of it, but very, very unlikely. So that's why we decided to go to stockpile today. Luckily we had it. Unfortunate part is it's not going to last very long, but knowing what we know now, it's going to keep raining like this and we have to feed hay, they're going to get 1 bale a day. That's it. Normally they eat 1.5 bales. So I fed them 1 or 2 bales yesterday thinking, you know, I'll come here tomorrow and give them the 1 bale. But seeing that, I don't want to give them any. So we went to stockpile. With that, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. That would be very much appreciated too. And I'm gonna head home. Gotta do a lot of stuff in the dairy. Believe it or not, with the weather this warm, since it's wet, my hand is getting cold. But I got baby hands too though, so. All right, have a good one, guys. See ya.